Good day, Criminology Warriors. So for today, we are about to tackle the module number 15 entitled The Study on Human Physiognomy. So first, let's define the word physiognomy. So kapag sinabi natin na physiognomy or the etymology o kaya naman yung tinatawag natin na pinagmulan niya, the word physiognomy from the ancient Greek, ginomos, which means character, and the physis, which means nature. Therefore, pag sinabi natin na physiognomy, it is the character of one's nature. And also, it is the study of persons' physical characteristics, especially their face, to try and determine things about their personality. So, ang sinasabi lang ng physiognomy, ito yung pag-aaral ng kung ano ba yung characteristics ng isang tao na nakabase sa kung ano yung itsura niya. Ano yung facial features or ano yung expression. So, pagdating dito is, hinuhusgahan natin yung character niya based on the facial characteristics ng isang tao such as yung eyes, nose, mouth, or even the body structure. So we have here the Giambattista della Porta, or also called as Giovanni Battista della Porta. So according to his study, he was the founder of the School on Human Physiognomy. So kapag tinanong sa inyo kung sino nga ba yung founder ng physiognomy, we have here the Giambattista della Porta. And also, it deals with the study of facial features and the relation to human behavior. So, ito yung sinasabi ko kanina na kung saan kapag sinabi natin ng physiognomy, pinag-aaralan yung facial features ng isang tao na in relation pagdating sa isang behavior ng tao. And also, according to De La Porta, sinasabi niya na yung mga thief o kaya yung mga magnanakaw is meron daw silang large lips, yung malalaking labi, and sharp vision. So, magaling yung mata nila pagdating sa mga bagay-bagay. And Porta's findings were in correlation with the argument of the father of modern criminology, Cesar Lombroso. So, ano na nga ba yung study ni Cesar Lombroso? It is more on born criminals. Therefore, nakarelated or in relation kung ano yung study ni De La Porta sa study ni Lombroso. Na tinitingnan nila yung isang tao as criminal based on the face, based on the body, o kaya naman is, it says here that the said criminals frequently have huge jaws, yung mga malalapad o yung malalaki yung jaw, and the strong canine teeth, characteristics common to carnivores who tear and devour meat raw. So kapag sinabi natin na carnivores, ito yung mga organism na kung saan kumakain sila ng mga meat or mga flesh na isang animals. And also, pwede daw na sabihin natin na yung usually na characteristics nito is pwedeng maging behavior ng isang tao. Also, meron tayong tinatawag dito na book, which is the De Humana Physiognomia. The De Humana Physiognomia, it is the instrumental. So, ginamit daw siyang instrument para mas palawakin pa yung study ng physiognomy all throughout the Europe. So, this illustration in the book depict human and animal heads side by side. So, tinitingnan dito yung itsura ng isang animals, implying that people who look like particular animals have those creatures traits. So, ang sinasabi ng De Humana Physiognomia is, kung yung isang tao is makikita mong kahawig ng leon or kahawig ng aso, therefore, kung kahawig siya ng aso, yung characteristics ng isang aso, pwede niyang maging behavior ng tao na yun. It depends kung anong animals yung nagiging kahawig niya. So, for example dito, so may picture number 1. Yung isang tao is makikita mo, ikinumpara siya sa isang leon. Ano ba yung leon? More on aggressive. So, possible, kung kahawig niya yung leon, pwede na yung behavior niya is ma-adapt niya or pwede na yung behavior niya is maging aggressive. And dito naman sa pangalawa, yung isang tao naman is kinumpara niya sa isang kabayo. Therefore, kung ano yung characteristics or yung behavior na isang kabayo, pwede na ganun din daw yung behavior ng tao na kamukha nito. And second one, meron tayong tinatawag natin si Johann Caspar Lavater. He was the Swiss writer, Protestant pastor, was able to revive the work of Porta. Kapag sinabi natin si Johann Caspar Lavater, siya yung nag-revive o kaya naman yung bumuhay sa study ni Porta, which is the physiognomy. So today, scholars are still studying the science of face and how different traits, features, and expression affects us. So hanggang ngayon, pinag-aaralan pa rin kung ano nga ba yung papaano nakakaapekto yung mukha ng isang tao, yung different traits or yung features, kung ano nga ba yung hugis ng mata, ilong, bibig, papaano siya nakakaapekto sa atin. And for example, it's well established that faces with round contours attract us. So ito yung mga bilugan yung mukha wherein because they signal childlikeness and invoke parental instincts. So sinabi natin parental instinct, ito yung natural in one person kung paano ka mag-react or paano ka mag-behave. Usually daw yung mga may round faces is yung may mga pagkaisip bata or hindi agad-agad nagmamature. And we even have the tendency to view the baby face. People are less likely to commit premeditated crimes. So usually mga baby face daw dyan, yung mga hindi mo napapansin na tumatanda, sila daw yung mga tipo ng tao na hindi masyado or hindi possible gagawa ng krimen. There's a possibility, pero maliit lang na gumawa sila ng krimen, yung mga baby face. But, sinasabi naman dito, yung mga meron daw angular face. So, ano pa yung mga angular? Yung mga angular, ito yung mga jawline, yung mga rectangular, yung mga hugis na mukha. Ito daw yung possible na nagiging kriminal. So, the whole physiognomy is lagi niya natatandaan that this is the study of facial features. Nakadepende ang behavior ng isang tao. It depends on the shape or the kung ano ba yung mismong hugis ng mukha ng isang tao. And that's all for today. Thank you.